1, 2, 3. Champs! 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 1, 2, 3. Champs! 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 That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Energy is real out here. And make sure you be the captain of your energy. You know energy is real. Anybody been in the room, you walked in, you was chilling, it was like 6 or 7 of y'all. Then that one person came and all the energy in the room changed. That's because energy is real. So everywhere that you go, you have the opportunity to change the atmosphere in the room to make it a great place for young men and women to grow. Can y'all put y'all hands together for that? All right. So right about now, we got a panel that we got together of outstanding individuals that's going to come out now. Can we please, our panelists ready? Can we please have all of our panelists come to the stage and y'all put y'all hands together for them? Yes, continue. Come on, give it up for them. Look at these strong brothers. Come on now, y'all. Yeah, this means something to be here today. Come on. Yeah, this is how we celebrate us. We don't need no permission from nobody to celebrate us. This is what love looks like in our community. Every time they talk about black men not there for their children, black men don't know how to stand, this picture says something else. Y'all put it together for strong men in our community. Nobody love me, I feel like I'm cursed. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. So this is what I'm gonna do just real quick, because we got some strong brothers here, and I have some connections with these brothers that are on stage right now. I could run down their resume, but that'll take too much time. I want to give them the microphone real quick just to introduce themselves, and after they do that, I'll ask them a few questions. Y'all cool with that? All right, cool. Let me start off with my brother right here. Let me pass the microphone to you. Go ahead and let them know who you are.
My name is David A. Gethers. I'm the CEO of David A. Gethers Speaks, and I'm the Vice President of Two Gethers Foundation.
Okay, look at that right there. Y'all give it up for everybody at Champs Mentor. It takes a village to make this happen. For sure. All right, brother.
Testing. Oh, there we go. Cool. I don't need the mic, though. My name is Jabari Hall. I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm from New York. And I run an organization called J Has Heart, where I focus on thinking positive and dreaming big. So I just need one thing from the crowd. When I say the word think, I want you all to say positive. When I say the word dream, I want you all to say big. Think. Positive. Better than that, think. Positive. Dream.
Big.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Brooklyn is in the house.
How y'all doing? So my name is Alex McElroy. I am a lot of things, but I'm an international speaker focusing on purpose, leadership, and apologetics. If you don't know what that last one is, see me later because it'll take a little while to explain. But basically, I make a living defending and speaking to the non-biblical evidence for the faith. I'm also an author, a blogger, a podcaster, and a pastor of education at a church, actually at Pastor Hannah's church.
Yeah, clap for that. Yes.
Love the energy. My name is Rodney Patterson. I'm an educator, administrator, also a consultant on my own company, and a pastor. Good to be with you.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? My name is Malik Jones, and I'm a Gary Comer alum and a Champs alum. And I'll go to Albion College, and I study music voice with double major in communication and minor in theater.
Hey, give it up for that, y'all. I promise you. Yes,
hey, mama, I love you. My name is Stephen Burres. I'm a junior studying in sound engineering at the University of Michigan.
Yeah,
that's it. Oh, I grew up in those little project buildings not too far from here, so yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up, brother, man. Y'all give it up for our panelists one more time. Also, too, want to remind you guys, this is going to be powerful information up here. So I want you to hear what my brothers have to say, and also, if we could, use the microphone for purposes of recording, because we want people to hear this over and over and over and over again. So give it up for that, y'all, all right? All right. So I'm going to start with my brother David right here. Me and David have a strong connection. This is my brother. We actually met at an unconventional spot. You know, we didn't meet on the block. We met in the halls of Governor State University going to class. Y'all give it up for that. Give it up for men wanting to do something in their communities to make their homes and communities better. So I just want to start off with you, brother, and ask you a question. So the first question is, leadership, manhood, relationship building is part of the tenets of your workshops. Can you briefly walk the young man through two components, key components, of how leadership and relationship building are key factors in manhood?
Thank you, sir. Relationship and leadership are the opposite sides of the same coin, and they have the same value. I'm gonna say that to you again. Leadership and relationships are the opposite side of the same coin, yet they have the same value. And here's why. In order to be in leadership or to be in relationship, you have to involve yourself with people. And people do not want to have anything to do with you based on your skills, but they would rather have something to do with you based on your heart. If you want to be effective and successful as a leader and in a relationship, you have to put your heart on the line. In order to lead people, you have to think about them. In order to be in relationship with people, you have to think about them. And so I encourage you, if you desire to be in relationship or in leadership, make sure that you always put people first. And the more successful the people are, the more successful you are. And that is one component of leadership and relationship that works together. Another component for leadership and relationship I like to offer is to be a servant. You have to be a servant. As I teach young people about leadership, I teach them how to serve first. And when you serve others first, when you get in the ring with them, when you get in the dirt with them, when you get in the thick of things with them, they begin to respect you more and they'll follow you more. And the same holds true in relationships. When you get into a relationship with someone, and we're going to be in all type of relationships, husband and wife relationship, parent and children relationships, boss and employee relationships, friend and friend relationships. So you're always going to be in some type of relationship. And when you're in that relationship or leadership, and if you're willing to work just as hard as that other person, and you're willing to think about that other person, you give that relationship an opportunity to go further.
Yes, absolutely, brother. Yes, a wealth of information. Now, you spoke on some things, right? You know, building relationships, building rapport, and things like that. I would like to know integrity. That's on my mind now. Okay. How does integrity relate or show one's intentions and speak to the young man or female?
In relationships and in leadership, how does integrity work? Well, this is what I offer you. Don't be a fraud. What do I mean by that? When someone puts you in a leadership position, when you enter into a relationship with someone, they have an expectation of you. And it's our responsibility to live up to that expectation. If you place me out here to lead, then you expect me to lead. And if I don't lead you, I am being a fraud. If I am in a relationship with you, you expect my character to be on point. You expect me to fulfill my role in that relationship, whatever that role may be. And when I don't fulfill that role in that relationship, I am being a fraud to you. I am a father, I am a husband, and I'm a business owner. I have to give my wife what she expects in that relationship. When I don't, I'm being a fraud. As a father, I have to give my children what they expect in their relationship. When I don't, I'm being a fraud. As a business owner, I have to give my employees what they expect. And when I don't, I'm being a fraud. So to me, that's the most integrity you can have, by giving the people what they expect when they bring you in to be a leader, when they bring you in for a relationship, or whatever it is that you all are doing together. Fulfill your role.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much for that. Very much. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that to the fullest. That's the only time I've seen the I's like work. We say there's no I in team. But it is an I when we're talking about integrity. You have control over that and your intentions. You can take control of that and spread positive energy back out to the world. All right? Thank you for that, brother. I want to go to Jabari Hall. And our brother, first of all, Brooklyn is in the building. Y'all give it up for my bro one more time. Yeah, thanks for coming all the way from New York, bro. We truly appreciate that to join us here at Champs Conference. I want to ask you, can you tell us, why we must first develop a positive mindset before we can pursue and achieve our dreams and goals?
Great question. Why must we develop a positive mindset before we pursue and achieve our goals and dreams? There are hundreds of reasons why this simple concept is constantly neglected. So many reasons why it's constantly neglected. However, it still remains the second most important thing to develop as you get older. First being a relationship with the Almighty above. The second thing is a positive mindset. I'll give you a few reasons why. One, a positive mindset is the only way to embody the right attitude, where you believe in yourself enough to stay committed long enough to achieve your goals. A positive mindset is the only way you will embody the right attitude, where you believe in yourself long enough to stay committed long enough to achieve your goals. See, we all in here are going to face our Goliath at some point. We all in here are going to face that brick wall, that Mount Everest. And you can have all the resources, you can have all the time, you can have all of the money in the world, but a negative mindset will cause you to fail every single time. But the positive mindset says, even if I have no resources, even if I have no time or money, even if I failed 1,000 times, 10,000 times, there is a way. Because I put the Almighty in front of me, I put him to the side of me, and I have a positive mindset. And there is a way. Even when everybody else doubts you, there's a way with the positive mindset. And before I finish, I'd like to add, every day even as adults, you as youth, we focus on everything from the neck down. Focus on what these hands can do in the streets. Focus on what this body can do. Focus on D'ing up our skills. Focus on the exterior. But rarely do we focus on the interior. Rarely do we focus on the neck up. Rarely do we focus on this thing, this most powerful, impressive thing that controls 99% of your body. Outside of your heart, it'll beat, as long as it got oxygen. 99%, and without it, you're nothing. Rarely do we focus there, but if we nurture it, if we fill it with positive intent, with positive things like Born to Win, with positive things like this conference, like these men speaking up here. Oh, the power that you can have to achieve those goals. That is why having a positive mindset is so important before you set out to achieve those goals.
Oh, well said, my brother, well said. Oh, wow. I told y'all. While I have you here, brother, man, I would like to, because I see an acronym right now that is intriguing to me. Can you please explain to me what is SEL?
Yes, what is SEL? SEL stands for Social and Emotional Learning. It's what my business, what we do at J Has Heart. We've designed an entire curriculum for students in grades 3 through 12 to teach social and emotional learning. Social and emotional learning has 5 competencies. 1 is self-awareness. 2, social awareness. 3, self-management. 4, positive relationship building. And 5, responsible decision-making. It's something that isn't taught in our communities. But my mission is to bring it inside of these communities where we need it the most, where we're facing social challenges, and it causes us to fail inside of these walls, of these schools, because we're worried about social challenges outside. So self-awareness helps you to be optimistic, helps you to think positive. Social awareness helps you to develop empathy for others, how to understand your emotions. If someone is hurting, we don't laugh. We try to help them out, knowing that we're banded together, we're stronger. Self-management helps you to develop goals in your life and then achieve those goals. Positive relationships helps us to understand if, just for an example, Mr. Gethers, if Mr. Gethers and I have a negative relationship, how do I say, sir, this is not productive for my life. I need to move on and be around productive, positive people for the betterment of me. And then, responsible decision-making helps you to understand, even if I made a negative decision, a bad decision today, how do I make a positive one the next day? And even if I made a positive one, how do I create a habit to continue to make a positive one? That is social and emotional learning. It's something that will help every young person in here, and it's something that I have a belief, I have a goal with my staff to bring it everywhere, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here in Chicago today. So I thank you for asking me that question.
No doubt. Y'all give it up for my brother Jabari Hall again. Thank you very much, brother. No doubt, no doubt. Let's keep it going. Wealth of information. We have my brother Alex McElroy. All right,
Sir.
Let's get into it, brother. My first question for you is, can you share with the students how data collection plays a role in how they are educated and why they should have an interest in data science as a progressive field of study?
Okay, so that might be a mouthful, and let me try to keep it simple. Truth, by definition, is singular. Okay, so also a lot of things, most things exist through their opposite. So we know what left is because we know what right is. We know what up is because we know what down is. We know what black is because we know what white is. And the law of non-contradiction says that two opposing truths cannot both be true in the same time and space. So you can't say Alex is on the stage and Alex is not on the stage. Those two statements cannot both be true at the same time. They can be true at different times, all right? So here's why that matters in your life. Your life decisions must always, should always be based on truth. And I think most people would agree with that. However, if you're not collecting data, if you're not examining even the things you're being told or the things you're reading and examining them against what we know to be true or what you've already heard or learned to be true, then you're going to be building on shaky or faulty foundation. So most of what I do in life is, through my blog, through my podcast, is helping people discover and walk in their God-given purpose. In order to do that, the most important data you need to collect is on yourself. Do homework on yourself. Connect the dots of your life. If I had the time and I could go back and look at age 9, this is what God was revealing to me. At age 12, this happened. This revealed something to me. And now, ultimately, if I look back now, I can see how all those things were perfecting and presenting my purpose to me before I knew what it was. But you're at those ages right now, so if you begin to take notes on yourself, let me give you some simple things that you can begin to look at. What frustrates you in life? Usually whatever frustrates you in life is what you were born to solve. Be the solution to somebody's problem and watch your life go from good to great. Most often in life, you're known for one of two things, either the problems you create or the problems you solve. And I think you know which category you want to be in. Do homework on yourself. What gifts have you discovered you have? Whose pain do you feel? Why I'm here, why probably all of us on this stage are here on this stage is because I feel your pain. When I see young men, all the men I've mentored and discipled over the years, I feel their pain. Probably because I had pain at that same age in my life. Ages. As an apologist, I kind of gave you that word at the beginning. So what I do is I use scientific, historical, archaeological, logical, and philosophical evidence to prove the truth. I did my first conference last week. It was called The Proof for the Truth. Anything that's true can be proven. So if you're gonna get information, make sure that you're getting information that you can verify as true. People say a lot of things. We got a lot of YouTube superstars nowadays. You can go to YouTube University and end up dumber than you went in. Because everybody has a social platform, but that doesn't mean everybody's an expert. Whatever is true can be proven, and we can verify it empirically. That means that we have data, we have something that we can attach this to. It's not just my brother's opinion, it's something that I can look on paper and say, no, these are the numbers. My man was here earlier giving the stats. Those are real statistics. That's real data. What are you going to do with that data is the question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Give another round of applause for our brother Alex McElroy. So we're going to kind of keep moving right now. We're kind of pressed for time. I'm sorry about that, but I want to keep it moving today so we can get everything taken care of. But this is true what my brother said. And also, I want you guys to do exactly what he said. If you have any questions, what was that word that
apologetics.
Please come see him after this conference is over to get more information about that, all right? Give it up for him one more time. All right. I want to go ahead and go to my brother Rodney Patterson. Our brother, man, you do a wealth of things. I mean, consulting in the educational fields all the way to corporate America. I just need to ask you straight to the point. 25 years ago, did you see yourself where you are now? And how can our youth who are trying to find out who they are prepare for tomorrow?
Thanks, bro. No, I didn't. I grew up on the Southside of Chicago, product of the Chatham area, and much like you, grew up in this neighborhood, just kind of making life happen. And even when I made the decision to graduate from high school and go to college, I wasn't exactly sure what I was gonna do. As a matter of fact, my first job was teaching at Hales Franciscan High School. I had no idea that I even wanted to be a teacher and an educator, and as you heard me share with you the things that I've done, I started sharing based upon the order of my experiences. So I started with education, and then I started with becoming an administrator, because then I went to Michigan State University and got a degree in higher education. And after that, became a consultant, because I started serving as an administrator at the University of Vermont. After that, got an experience as a pastor, where I started pastoring in Vermont, first black church in the state's history. Had no idea I was going to do that. And then finally became a consultant and an author, and now I'm owning my own company. And I share this. This is because I know that we're short on time and would invite anybody that wants to talk to me afterwards. I would share this with you. You have no idea what lies within you. And I guess the greatest information that I can give the young folks is be open and willing to get exposed to as much as you possibly can. Because here's what I can tell you. Somehow, whatever you're supposed to do in life, everything that you experience can contribute to what it is that you're supposed to accomplish.
Nice.
And if you can figure out how to learn lessons from everything you do and everything you experience and get exposure to and string those together, then you'll make a dynamic life for yourself. Last thing I want to say, I want to share with us that you can be the smartest person in the world if you want to. There's a reason why they call this a smartphone, y'all. If you use this more to do meaningless stuff than you do to educate yourself, don't blame anybody else for not being smarter than you are.
Oh, my goodness. Whoa, make some noise for that. Thank you very much for that, sir. Thank you very much for that. Right and to the point. What I take away from that is we have the power right in our hands right now to go and educate ourselves. Self-teaching, self-care, things that we care about. And I want to keep it moving, but this is important. We care about our house, so we put a security system on it so we can protect our family inside it. We care about our car, so we put a security system on there because we don't want nobody to steal the system or the rims. When we gonna put some security on our thought processes? When we gonna put security on that? Why do we let people poison that with anything that they want to poison it with when we got the power to put positivity in our head? So I'm gonna close this panel out with my young men on the stage right now, and I'm gonna start off with my brother Malik Jones. All right, yeah, Malik. I'm gonna come to Malik because this is the young man right now and the young man that's around him with our brother Stephen that's gonna take us to where we want to go. Older men, we got ideas. The young men gonna walk through the doors. Am I right? All right. So I want to ask you, brother, and this isn't to take away from anything or to put you on the spot right now. We just need to talk real. All right? And this isn't to take away from our parents, family members, mentors, and everybody that's around us, because everybody plays a part. But I want you to think about what life would be right now, or how it would be without champs in your life. So my question to you is, what does this program mean to you in your life?
I think it's emotional and moral support. I can say a lot, but the thing is, I can just point out one thing. As many programs have I been in, I've always been in mentoring programs because I've always had support for different men in my life who've helped me. And there's one quote that I always go by: excuses are tools, and competent individuals used to build monuments of nothing. I keep my day going because I know that there's something greater for me, and Mr. Singleton shows that to me.
Yeah.
I went to this center since I was in 6th grade. I'm now a sophomore in college, and I won an award called the Community Champion Award. And my mom, she has cerebral palsy, so she can't do a lot of things. So when I have different events that I want her to come to, she doesn't show up because she can't. It's not her fault, it's just that she can't. But just like Pastor David, Hannah said, I'm sorry, he said, you want to choose who you have in your corner. And when I stood on stage to get my award, Mr. Singleton was right there, standing there for me. Him and his son took a picture of me to show me that that I have his support and he has my support. So no matter what, I'm always in his corner and he's always going to be in mine. That's what champs means to me.
That's what we hashtag the facts, right? That's what we hashtag facts. Literature inside here. All right, brother, man. And I'm smiling at y'all young brothers, man, because I know how the cycle of life works. You know, we look at our young men and we want to talk about them, but the reality is, if you have a daughter, you want her to marry a young man like these two men that's up here right now, right? I want my daughter to find a strong, upright, independent, and fearless man, so when I change forms, I know my baby girl good, because you love her the way I love her. All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Right? All right. Stephen Curtis Jr., right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I heard mom's out there earlier,
Yeah,
right?
mama
so
out there.
You better answer right.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
Talk to us and tell us not only how it affected your life, but how can the Champs program affect a young man's life that's sitting out there now that hasn't made the step and said, man, I want to be a part of something like that, but I don't know yet. How can it change his life?
Okay, I want to go back to what Pastor Hannah was talking about when he was talking about how the people in life, like people in your life, is like a ring and people in your corner. Well, my mama played the role of being a referee and like my ring man, so it was like she knew how much I could take, and she just couldn't be the makeup dude by herself. Like she couldn't be repairing my lip and doing all of the patching of the eye just by herself, and it was just a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I had gotten into a little trouble, and then that's when I had met Vondell Singleton in his office, and we was talking, we chopped it up, and then it was just ideas after that. We was just bouncing ideas off of each other, and then he came to me with the idea of possibly going to the White House, and that day forever changed my life, because like mama know the limits. Mama know the limits, but she can't do it all by herself. So I want to tell every young man in this building that, yeah, it's rough, it's hard, the pain is real, but find you somebody.
Come on.
They relate. I know, like, talking to mom is kind of weird. You going through, like, dude stuff, you know, you growing hair on your face, stuff getting a little bigger, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta like maintain, you gotta understand what's going on, and you gotta be a man, and you gotta go find you one to help you out.
No doubt, no doubt. Things are getting bigger around here, baby. Let's make it happen. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. That's really what's good, y'all. Listen, one thing I want to say before we move forward, all right? Because they don't give out awards for this. Shout out to all the moms out here who stay in the pocket under the Drew Bledsoe Act, stayed in the pocket when it collapsed with a defense. She stayed in the pocket to make sure she was good to raise strong men like that. So one more time, my brother David Gethers, my brother Jabari Hall, Alex McElroy, Rodney Patterson, Malik Jones, Stephen Burres Jr. Give another round of applause for our magnificent panel in here today. And we ain't done. We got great stuff still popping off, y'all. Brothers, we love you and we honor you. Let's keep it going. DJ Navis, is it on you, baby?
In every situation in life,